Detroit, Michigan, how we doing? From the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of Liam's, what up, though? I say McCreadie, you say Liam. McCreadie. 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 Tonight we are not here to mourn. We are here to celebrate my cousin, Liam McCreadie, my shadow, and it's in this moment, surrounded by family and friends at the Gaelic League. I help looking around the periphery of the room, waiting for my knucklehead cousin to come in and get me through one more night. We were drawn to each other. Every family function we would spend together, ignoring the rest of y'all just to have fun together. And that makes sense, and no offense, because compared to Liam, the rest of y'all are boring. Oh, you have a job and a church you like? I'm gonna go take my shirt off on the dance floor. I'm gonna go have a UFC move demonstrated on me. I'm gonna go out in the parking lot and talk about how much I like school. Talk about it so much, maybe Liam and I even pass a book back and forth. And so tonight, more than anything else, I'm gonna have fun with Liam at one more family party. Can y'all do that for him?
Yeah.
Can we let loose for Liam one more night? That's what he would want more than anything else. Can you describe Liam in one word? Yeah, one word. Stylish. One word. One word.
Outgoing.
One word.
Nothing.
And I could get everyone in the room's answer, and we would not get the same answer twice. Because the only word that sums this young man up was Liam. You smile, you shake your head, and you go,
Funny.
fucking Liam.
Yeah.
Fucking Liam.
Go with that bit.
And that was our guy. He was fun, he was light, he was music. He was fucking Liam. And one of the biggest blessings is loving so much that their fuck-ups become endearing. And like Liam, it was the easiest relationship I ever had in my entire life. There was no drama, there was no fighting. We just accepted each other. And I felt so understood and appreciated by him like no one else in my entire life. And the great compromise of tonight is knowing how many of you feel exactly the same way. That was our guy. He looked at everyone the same. He treated everyone like they were his best friend because they were. He had a beautiful energy. And Liam was cool. If he walked in right now, multiple people would go, oh, I didn't know Machine Gun Kelly was here. And you know, Liam was exactly who he wanted to be. He fulfilled his childhood dreams. When Liam was a real little kid, his parents asked him, Liam, what do you want to be when you grow up? And Liam's answer was, a black guy.
True, that's true.
And I think we can all admit, he got pretty close. The family, we all went to get our ears pierced in honor of him. And you know, it makes sense. After his passing, we're all just left with a hole within ourselves. All right, didn't get that one. I thought it'd be a nice crowd, but you know, yeah, this guy's funeral joke's not very good. I'm grieving. And there's tragedy in losing a young life, but there's solace in knowing he was exactly wanted to be. So I'm 12 years older than him. I passed him the baton of being the one the family worried about. And we had deep talks, we had heart-to-hearts, and he told me in really serious fashion what was coming next. He was going to be fine. He was going places. Every worry we ever had about him was unjustified. And, you know, while we are robbed of the next chapter, there's beauty in never seeing someone compromise. The person, life never batted him down. He never thought of build. He never thought about the future. He just thought about what to wear and not wear. And so I think it's beautiful that we only saw the purest distillation, exactly who he wanted us to see. And so I liked Liam because he was cool. I loved Liam because he was kind. His energy would go to those who benefited the most. Neighborhood widows have come out of the woodwork saying, he walked my dog for me. He painted my house for me. Julian, he plays Xbox with that kid every night. Nobody knows that. Special needs classmates have come on and said, Liam's the one who made me feel cool. So whatever he had inside him, he figured out how to share it. And not just how to share it, how to share it with whoever would have benefited the most. About a year ago, I asked him to give my dad's eulogy. And it's kind of counterintuitive. I'm gonna ask Liam to give the speech. But I did that because he appreciated my dad. For all the problems that I had for him, he saw him as more than he was. And it breaks my heart that a year later, I've got to do the exact same thing for him. But that's what Liam did for me, and so that's what I'm trying to do for him. He was beautiful. He was perfect. He was fucking Liam. I asked myself, why did I seek him out and favor time with him over everyone else? And the honest answer is because I would be a fool not to have done that. He made me feel the biggest I could be, and tonight we're going to give him the biggest send-off we can. So here's how it's going to work. The first ground rule is too many people have hugged Billy. Billy has asked for no more hugs. Please do not hug Billy. Do not touch the grieving father. We're going to end with a dance floor. After, if you're so compelled, find me and you will have the opportunity to speak. I'll keep things going throughout the evening. But in terms of celebration, we must also center ourselves in moving on to the next world and celebrating this mortal coil and the love we had for him. So to really acknowledge the ceremonial aspects of that is a great friend of the family. Please, everybody, welcome Yarrow.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yarrow, and I am a dear friend of Gabe and Billy. So I would like for us to please have a moment of silence, and then we'll follow that with a serenity prayer. God, Creator, grants us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. So we are creating and have created a sacred space here. And what is a sacred space? It's a place that is filled with love. It's a place of love and light. We can listen to each other, where we can really see each other, where the silence between tears and laughter is ripe with compassion. a sacred space where we not only hold each other in our grief and sorrow, we also hold each other with laughter, music, song, and dance. A sacred space is a safe space. I want to tell you a little story about Liam. When my partner and I were moving, Liam and his pal helped. And he was like the Hulk. We had so much stuff. And he and his pal took these like things that weighed 1,000 pounds upstairs and then downstairs. And when Nancy and I were just feeling so frazzled, he said, "We got you. We got this. We got you." And it really helped in the process. I'd like to share with you a prayer for self-compassion. To the life that breathes through me, may you bear witness to my wounds and all of my broken pieces, and help me to treat even these things with compassion. When I must face loss, may I feel your tenderness of my own being. When I hurt, grant me the patience to heal in my own time, my own way. For every frustration and mistake, may I uncover the strength to lean in and listen and not to turn away. Have mercy on me when I'm most in need of it. Bring to my experience a sense of awe for life and for myself, so that I can keep opening up to this moment. Show me how self-compassion and forgiveness are the roots of courage and resilience. Help me see that I have nothing lacking in myself, that my very essence is the divinity of unconditional love. Remind me again how to fill my own well with the love I've been looking outside myself for. Breathe into me the memory of my wholeness, so that I may bear witness to every imperfection with peace and respect. And then with a steady gaze, watch as I transform all of my pain into a great river of love. See how I hold both my sorrow and my joy, every dream and fear in the still vast ocean of my heart. See how I expand to encompass every part of myself. And through this connection to it all, to all of myself, may I reach out and touch the pain of those around me with greater compassion and grace. We are charged with holding and loving Liam's family during these days, weeks, months, and years from this time forward. Liam's newborn nephew, Thomas, will know Liam through your stories. Liam is one of the ancestors now who will teach Thomas what we know for certain, what Liam is saying to Gabe and Billy, to family and close friends, and all here celebrating his life. We hear Liam say, "I got you."
Keep it going for Yarrow, everybody. Woo! And we'll have a few speeches if you are compelled. Find me in the wings. Do about 2 or 3 minutes. We've got 3 or 4 program speeches, and I think they're worth listening to. We've been sitting Shiva. I have a lot of difficulty in my family, but Gabe and Billy, they asked me to share their home with them this week. And yeah, it's been terrible, but it's been also one of the best weeks I've ever had. We've laughed so much this week, we should go to jail. But please, open your hearts, open your ears to Without Hyperbole, 2 of the people I admire most in the world, his parents, Gabe and Billy. Sorry.
I had to let him know what he did. First.
Hello? Okay, I gotta read the script, because if I go off script, you won't hear a word I said.
Oh, what the nipple hole?
Okay. My name is Billy McCreadie, but I have lots of names, starting with Ronald, which none of you are allowed to mention again. My other name is William and Francis and McCreadie. And in the family, I go by Billy. So I just want to say a few words about our tragic loss. But I also, before I start, I want to thank all of you for being here. It's very special that you all turned up here, and everybody's got a story to talk about our son. And it's wonderful to hear those stories and to be enjoying everybody's, like we said, you know, this is celebrating life. We're not here to mourn. We're not here to be sad if possible. I mean, we are going to be sad, but we want to see people dancing. We want to see people kind of talking wonderful stories about me. So Liam is my son. There are no words, basically, that we can talk about. You know, everybody would come and hug me. Thank you for the hugs. But there are no words. But just being here with the energy that you portray to our family, to Gabriel and I, is just, it's priceless, and thank you. We shared a wonderful life together, full of love, adventure, laughter, and respect. Our last adventure, he helped me build my Zen garden, moving 4 tons of gravel with the Bobcat. And I'm sure none of you can imagine Liam doing wheelies with a 2-ton Bobcat on our lawn. I'm wearing today a number of Liam's clothes, but I have a different weight distribution than Liam did. But Liam left the planet, but I have no thought or regret wishing I said this or that. He knew I loved him, and he loved me. We told each other that every single day. Please tell your loved ones that you love them every single day. Liam will live forever in my heart, and my ear, and thoughts. I've got a piercing in my ear. Some of you know the story. But having a piercing in my ear, I have to say, was going to be one of the last things I'd ever think about. But of course, I never thought about losing my son. But he wore this earring in the car when he died. And when the funeral home found it or gave it to us, I told Gabriel, I'm going to pierce my ear with it. And he had it in his left ear. And by the way, it didn't hurt. So, and I wear this 10-carat diamond on my left ear. I'm losing my blurry eyes. So Liam will live forever in my heart and thoughts. And to quote a great man, gotcha, Dad.
Yeah.
And you.
But Billy offered to hold it. It would my mom and Gabriel, and we have a lovely family with Esther and her partner Scott, and Ellie, his lovely partner Jen, and Genevieve with her lovely husband Tom. Sorry, that gets stuff in there. And Thomas, and they have a beautiful baby boy named Thomas. And from the moment Liam knew he was coming, it was like Liam's heart was in love. And gratefully, he had a chance to meet Thomas. And it was like a love fest. Like he was just the joy as he looked at him at this picture, like the joy. And he's like, I'm gonna get you the clothes, and he sent him a little kit, a onesie. Like, how many babies got kit onesies, or And Liam had a matching outfit when he got down to Florida. He was supposed to be in Florida today. So, I just want to thank you for being here. And we've had a journey with Liam. What Liam taught me is, because like I sometimes in my life want people to be how I want them to be, and then I kind of judge how I'm going to love you or like you or be with you, because are you holy enough? You got to be not? I don't have the big up house thing, but how there's an internal criterion we can have for who we're going to love, and sometimes we're not even conscious of. Like, it's just a thing. It's hidden, and also need my glitz on. You saw they're dressing? Me and Liam might have thought that. I'm just saying. But like the thing. I love Liam's sense of humor. Like, Hetsy, like, he laughed, he loved, he lived. Like, he lived strong. And if you were here, just, like, live out loud, and somebody said, he's the most authentic person I ever met. There were a lot of F-bombs these days. And, even if you're not a cursor, if you lose your child, I figure you can say whatever the heck you want. And we love Liam. And like Billy said, we hugged him every day. So if he were standing here, he would he'd be blessed. And so I'd ask you he taught us about when you love people, you don't dump them because they're falling on their face. You don't dump them because they're messing crap up. You don't dump them because they're not doing well in school, or they had trouble with things and you had to pick them up and pick them up. He taught us and our family that love means I'm going to love you for who you are, whatever the heck you do. If you fall down and when they pick you up, and I'm going to keep expecting and hoping the best for you. And when Joel or nephew talk, the thing is, we've been all doing this. Our family we love you, Liam. There's times there it's challenging. I'm not kidding that. But we love. Love is the key. So like when we're walking out of here, if you want to do anything, remembering Liam, put some of the stuff aside that you decide you can't care about people, or they can't be close because they're not someone like you. And I heard again and again and again, him did judge. Oh my gosh, Liam, help me. I was on the edge. Like, you talked me off the edge. Like, all the joy you hear, Liam knew the darkness. But Liam would jump in a minute. If you were having a bad minute about anything, or you're like, I can't live in this life, Liam would be at your house. He wasn't afraid of stepping into the mess and the slime with you. So you here today, you're embodying it. Because you're stepping in our mess, and it's stinky, and it's nasty, and I am not going to curse, I promise myself, that is wrong. It's effing wrong. We're not supposed to have our son die. But what I would ask you, like, take a little bit, just be kinder, and be kinder to yourself. All the stuff about other people, love ourselves. Be kind, be compassionate. Like Yarrow said, and I'm going over my time. Are we surprised? I did write it. But I just want to say, like, be kind. And live your life loud. Let's quit worried about someone saying, oh, no, she's dancing too loud. She's singing. She's what? You're dancing down the street in the grocery, or you're in the grocery store. Live life, Liam. Like, gotcha. And the thing is, hug each other. Hug each other. We said goodbye the day before. We love you, Liam. We love you, Liam. And here's the hug. People hug this way to the right. And then you come back and you hug on the heart. Is on my heart saying hello to your heart. And then we're connected in love. And so that's the hug that our family's been doing and shared that. So thank you for being here. You're awesome. And Liam, there's nobody here who doesn't love. He said, oh, I love this person. I love this person. So thank you. Namaste. Yeah.
He's an exception.
The McCreadies, everybody. The Colin McCreadies. They're grieving, so I'm just going to let them stay there as long as they want. I think now would be a good time to let everyone know that Liam owed me money. I don't think I'm going to get it. All right, that's fine. But I think there is, like, this couldn't have happened to better people. And I think that's evidenced by our next speaker, one of the most upstanding, righteous couples I know. Please say hello to Genevieve and Thomas. And Thomas. Sibling to very.
We're not the couple. Hello, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, I am Liam's big sister, Genevieve Fitzpatrick, and this is my husband, Thomas. And our 3-month-old Thomas is in the other room with my mother-in-law, Pamela. Thank you. That's also Tots. First off, I wanted to thank everyone for coming to celebrate Liam's life. He would be so happy with the turnout. There's so many people in here standing, sitting. It's incredible to just look around. I feel like I haven't even had a moment to look, and it's wild to just stand up here and take it all in. But I can't look up too much or else I'm going to start crying. Then I got to get to the speech. The last time we were in this room was for our baby shower in December. Liam was so excited. He designated himself as the photographer of the day and was so eager to be an uncle. He could not wait to share his love of style with his nephew, that he even got little Thomas a kid onesie, a Nike set, and of course, Air Force Ones. Liam wanted to make little Thomas cool. He wanted to buy him gold chains, take him snowboarding, introduce him to rap music, and teach him about clothes and style. At the baby shower, I received advice from my Uncle John. The greatest gift you can give your child is a sibling. I did not realize the magnitude of that advice until Tuesday morning. As a sibling, you get to walk through life together and share the same experiences. However, a lot of times, the experiences result in different perspectives. Liam and I could not be more different, but we also shared a strong sibling bond that could never be replaced. I feel privileged to have walked by his side as his big sister for 26 years. The greatest thing I ever did as a sister was make my little brother an uncle. It deepened our relationship in such a meaningful way. I do not blame God for his passing. I thank him for putting things in place so that Liam was proud of the man he was, his career, his new digs, his reconnections with loved ones, his new brother-in-law, his latest haircut, and his new role as an uncle. I will never stop talking about Liam and sharing his stories. I know little Thomas will forever have a guardian angel watching over him and making him cool.
Genevieve and Thomas, everybody. Little Thomas auspiciously silent on the matter. We don't know how he felt. So we're going to have a couple more speeches. If anyone is compelled, find me. I'll position myself in the wings. I am bumping the order because someone's like, hey, I have to go to the airport. Please give me the opportunity. He wrote the most beautiful tribute. Please welcome Liam's coolest cousin, Peter Bryan.
All right, so I've got a quick story, and it's not quite the story about Liam, but we'll get there. So I was driving up through the mountains of Kentucky the other yesterday, and saw these just beautiful big clouds. And I remembered the times my mom told me about her dad, who passed, I think, a year or so before Liam was born. He never met Grandpa Colin, but this idea of these clouds. And I remember looking out the window, seeing these great towering clouds rising above the landscape, and how it made me think of my mom, how it made me think of my grandfather, and then of Liam. Liam was one of my mom's favorites. She always had a special spot for him, and I always made the case, well, yeah, because I was almost spelled Liam. That was one of the names that she thought of for me. We were different in age. I was in high school when he was born, where he was sort of the next generation of cousins after me, which meant he was often the odd man out, at least until he and Joel started hitting it off. But I remember all of these, moments of my mom sort of doting on him at parties and kind of seeing him as, not a replacement, but another little guy for her, somebody else that, sort of felt special to her. And I saw a lot of that in my own upbringing, in the way that she was somebody that was never mad at us, never yelled at us. And I remember the last time I had a real conversation with Liam was at my sister Delia's wedding, and him saying how much my mom had meant to him, how much those moments and that love that she gave to him, that it was, she never felt judged by him. He always felt like she just wanted to make sure he was okay. But no matter what he had done, and none of us are perfect, that she loved him. And that was the case, talking to Joel earlier about all of the stuff the various Cullen boy cousins have gotten into over the years, and things that we're not going to repeat here, but just that thing that binds us together. We're going to tell Liam's stories as much as Joel's stories, just as we do Uncle Frank stories. And I just, was struck by that memory, and then thinking back to those clouds and thinking back to that moment of driving up here and realizing that, yeah, I can't tell Liam that my mom really did care about him. She really was, and he really was one of her favorites. Although she would say everybody's her favorite, but now I hope she can tell him herself. Yeah.
Peter Bryan, everybody. Thank you for sharing the only memory any of us have of Liam at our cousin Delia's wedding. That one's for me. Oh no. Recently, I agreed to be the bridesmaid at my high school girlfriend's wedding. And that relationship is coming full circle, and I realized how special the bond you have with the person you are in your late teens and early 20s. And we've been sharing grief with her all week, and I want to give her this position to talk about their relationship. Please welcome Brooke Morse, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
I'm Brooke, and this is my mom, just in case I'm not able to get through it. I just want to start off by saying thank you for being here today to honor someone who meant and will always mean so much to me. Standing here, I find myself searching for the right words, but how do you sum up a person like Liam? How do you capture a soul so full of life, heart, humor, and depth? Liam was someone who saw people clearly. He listened without judgment, he laughed without restraint, and he loved with his whole heart. He made the everyday feel meaningful, whether it was a walk, a song, or just sitting in silence. When you were with him, you felt present. Liam was my first love. We met when we were young, and what we had was the kind of love that stays with you forever. We dated for 6 years, and during that time, we experienced so much, discovering new things, facing challenges, sharing happiness, and growing together. We didn't know everything, but what we knew was how to love each other deeply and wholeheartedly. Even though our relationship eventually changed, the love between us never disappeared. It just shifted into something different, something lasting. One of the most special parts of our life together was Otis, the golden retriever we got during COVID. Otis was our world. Liam adored him, and Otis adored him right back. They were like two peas in a pod. I'm grateful for what we shared, for the ways we grew together, for the comfort we gave each other, for the fact that even after we changed, our love simply just changed shape and it didn't disappear. Today we say goodbye, but it doesn't feel like an end. Liam's light lives on in Otis, in the people he loved, in the lessons he taught us, and in the way he made us all feel. I'll carry him in my heart always as someone who helped shape who I am, someone I'll always love. Liam, thank you for your kindness, for your patience, and for your love. I hope you knew how deeply you were cherished by me, by your family, and by everyone who knew you. Rest easy, Liam, until we meet again.
She nailed it. She was nervous. She did a good job. One more time for Brooke and Lizzie. And I don't think too many people are compelled. I think a lot of people covered it, but here to speak in our Liam's bosses. And one of the most surprising things is that Liam was a great employee. I didn't think he knew what a job was. But I think he worked hard. He brought that same wonderful self to his job every day. And here to speak more to it are his bosses at the refinery, Chocolate and Mike.
Yeah, so I'm Liam's boss, Mike. Can't say enough good things about Liam, but everybody here has, and so I won't beleaguer points about how amazing Liam was or how comfortable he could make anybody when they walked into a room, but I just wanted his family to know that there's a really sad section in Northwest Detroit right now that they all lost a friend. Liam would show up, our shop's in Brightmoor. Liam would show up and every day, no matter how bad someone's day was, they'd come in and they'd see Liam and he'd tell, "Oh, I like your fit," or "Oh, I love those shoes." He could turn the angriest lady's frown around. Yeah, I know. There's a very, very sad section of 55 to 65-year-old. Liam was incredibly popular. With that segment of Brightmoor as well. But yeah, we're not a normal job. Liam sold weed for us. but you know, he did it with charm and charisma. He was a responsible person who we could leave a set of keys with. You know, we could trust him to lock everything up, sometimes do all of the cleaning at the end of the night, sometimes not. But you know, I was thinking about all the stories I could tell about Liam, and I think the best one is probably his second or third day in the store. He was a brand new employee. I was actually very hesitant to hire Liam. He gave off a little vibe of a wannabe influencer, and I wasn't sure what he was really looking for, but you know, I met him. He charmed and disarmed me immediately, and I was like, yeah, no, like I'm interested to see where this goes. We had just promoted Liam. He was going to come work on the brand side. You know, yet another future move for him. He was going to come move down to the hood. Yep, we had a spot for him in Brightmoor. But yeah, no, day 3, day 2 in the shop. I get a message. Can you come over here? Liam just had to choke a customer out. So there was a small argument in the lobby, and a couple people had started to raise their voices, and Liam decided to put an end to it. So, I mean, I had to tell him, Liam, we're in Brightmoor, and like, I really appreciate you looking out for everything, but please don't choke anybody else out in my lobby. All right, man, I got you. I got you. But yeah, I mean, Tuesday morning, Liam's mom called me because she didn't want us to know that, wanted us to know that he wasn't missing work because he didn't want to be there or couldn't be there. It's not often that you get a phone call, I mean, at this point, from one of my staff members' moms. And, you know, I mean, immediately my mind went to two things. And, you know, the first was, bail money's going to be light work. Please let him be locked up. But it wasn't, and we're all here. But, you know, I just wanted to say thank you for, you know, being the people that made Liam who he is, and letting us have him for the last year.
Thank you. I'm Chocolate. I own a high tech brand. We sell to the whole state of Michigan, wholesale brand for cannabis. We also have retail in Detroit as the refinery, where Liam worked for both. I just want to say thank you for having us out here today, opening up your family to us and my staff. We thought of Liam as family. The dude was solid. I don't know who in here influenced and who's who, but like Mike said, never had to worry. The dude make the right choice whether you were looking or not. We were definitely bringing him up into the top brass of our company. I'm bummed out for that. I was going to spend a lot of time with him personally in these next 6 months. And that day that we got that call, he was supposed to hit the road with me, go sell. I was going to teach him how to be a brand. He's going to be the brand manager right below me. So I trusted him with my business on both ends. And it's I don't believe it. Super bright future. I don't know who knew him, but he was a solid dude all the way around. Just like a ball of energy ready to explode into a star. I don't know how else to say it. But yeah, Mike, a lot of great stories about Liam. He'd always come in. He was a night shift guy for us, so we'd be, you know, winding down the grow side for the day. He'd always come in, pep us up. Every day, you know, the dude was always in a good mood. Always helping people. I know driving people home, you know, being a shoulder to lean on, talk to, solid guy. And, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just, I know what he'd say. He said to me every day when you leave the office at about, 3:30 to go over there, catch you on the flip side. Yeah, that's what he said.
We are going to be putting together something a little closer to our industry for Liam, but of course, every one of you is welcome. You know, yeah, we're going to make a T-shirt for the store to commemorate Liam. Some of our regulars have built a shrine out there for him, and so you know, I mean, it's his memory is living really, really strong in Detroit.
Thank you.
she introduced it.
Mike and chocolate, everybody.
Billy just asked if he wanted you to, if you, this guy wants him to dance. You will see that later.
Sorry,
Shirt on though.
I'm a little in shock. I just learned Liam liked weed. That's our boy. We don't have a body to put in the ground. We just have a piece of him here in this room with us. Here to take with us for the rest of the night, for the rest of our days, for the rest of our lives. To just be a little bit more like him. That energy was beautiful. And more than anything, I always try to make him be a little bit more like me. But I'm going to spend the rest of my days trying to be a little bit more like him. To Liam.
All right. Now it's time to dance. Right?
And we will, of course, start that dance with the most booty-shaking music of all, the bagpipes. Thank you guys so much. Keep it going for the family.
Liam's a hard act to follow. You all knew that last tune. I was hoping some of you would sing along. Oh, pleasure. Good to meet you.
I'm gonna move the